Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Marcus from Team Takeover, and today I'm coming at you with a deck profile of my Shaddoll and dinosaurs. But before I get into that deck profile, I just want to give a huge shout out to P2 Collectibles for about the competition. They are super awesome, and if you're in Muncie, I suggest that you come check them out. And without further ado, let's get into it. Soul Eating Oviraptor, we play 3 of this card. It's absolutely amazing. You summon it, you can search a dinosaur, send one from deck to grave, and then you can destroy a dinosaur in your field to bring one back from the grave, but we don't really use that effect. Basically, this guy is usually sending over deck Skulls to search out your double evolution pill, which is extremely powerful in this deck, and the fact that he's a dinosaur, if you can get Giant Rex or Miscellaneous Source on board, you can make a Logia or Dolka. Super good. And then we play Giant Rex. Giant Rex is really great with Shaddoll Fusion in this deck. You can send this to the graveyard to make Shekanaga, and if you can banish it from the graveyard for Double Evolution Pill or for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, you can hopefully make Ring 4 with Oviraptor. And then we got 2 1-ups that we play. Miscellaneous Source. This card's actually really good. One, it protects your dinosaurs that are on board if you're going first. So if you can like search this in your hand, get Conductor Tyranno, and then maybe an Oviraptor out there, you can possibly leave them alive for next turn. There's also a really cool combo with Shaddoll Fusion. You can send a Shaddoll monster in this to the graveyard to make Grista, and then you can banish this to summon out Aolo, and then Aolo and Grista can make Omega. That's a really cool nifty little combo, and then you can put the Mist back into your graveyard and then take a card out of your opponent's hand. And then 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This is the best boss monster in the game. Not a lot to explain about this card. It finishes games quickly and is extremely oppressive. Gotta play 2 at least. And next to probably uncommon ratio of this card, Overtix Quotals. Quotolus, however you say this card's name, but you have to play 3 of this card for multiple reasons. One is that Oviraptor will send him from deck to the graveyard a lot to search Double Evolution Pill, and Shaddoll Fusion is going to be sending it to the graveyard a lot. And sometimes you actually want to actually summon this card, so summoning this card can be super important, and we need as many copies as possible to get him to the field or to use him for his effects. So 3 works out very nicely in the deck. Onto the Shaddoll monsters, 3 of the most important Shaddoll. Hedgehog. There's a reason why we play 3 of this. 1, it searches fusion, so if we draw it, we can set it. 2, it is the best Shaddoll fusion target because it adds a Shaddoll monster. So when we send like Codals and this to the graveyard for Shaddoll fusion, we're not only getting our monster out, but we're plussing here with the add of the monster and the add of the Double Evolution Pill. So that's super duper important. And we're going to be using this card a lot, basically either as a searcher one way or another, or a fodder for the Shaddoll Fusion or a fodder for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So this card is just super key and important to the whole deck. And then we play 1 dragon, 1 Falco, and 1 beast. Now, I know that people only play probably 1, this is the only ratio of Shaddoll monsters that they play, but there's a reason why I bumped these guys up, because 1, Falco is incredibly strong with beast and helping you get consistent with your cards. Dragon's also good for popping on your opponent's turn, and Falco's really good at recurring things. He's a very good target for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, setting up cards, getting himself set to set your next turn up to bring back a beast or a dragon or maybe a hedgehog. So that is just super good, and you also need more targets because you play 4 Shaddoll Fusion monsters. And so basically you're either using these cards as utility or you're using them as Shaddoll Fusion fodder. So you kind of need more than 4 in order for your Shaddoll Fusions to be constantly consistent in some way. So that's why we play these 6, and the ratios work out great. And then onto the hand traps, we play 3 Effect Failure. This is the only hand trap we play. Effect Failure is super good right now, and I actually prefer it over Ghost Ogre. The reason why I prefer it over Ghost Ogre is because it shuts off the entire effect of Electromite, meaning that in order for them to get real advantage off Electromite, they basically have to summon out they have to make a new one, and it's bad because the new one's in their monster zone. And Effect Veiler is just overall very good against a lot of other monsters, and so I choose this card over Ghost Ogre per se because it doesn't because Ghost Ogre doesn't negate per se. But if there was space to run both of them, I would. But we're playing other cards over this, so I think that Effect Veiler is a very good choice. On to the spells, we play 3 Fossil Dig. Not allowed to explain. It's Fossil Dig, it searches Overraptor. 3 of the powerhouse card, Shaddoll Fusion. This card punishes people for having extra deck monsters, and it's just really incredible. So if you have this card, play it at 3, and it's super good. You want to see it at all times. If you open it in Overraptor, you're pretty golden. And then 3 Double Evolution Pill. This is a card that probably will require explaining because people play it at 2. But I choose to play it at 3 for the same reason that we play Codals at 3. You send Codals to the graveyard a lot. It doesn't hurt to actually see this card raw. And I mean, Codals it hurts a little bit more to see it in your hand. Although you can destroy it with Conductor Tyranno and then search this card out. But at the same time, this card's different. Seeing it in your hand can actually be pretty good, especially if you use an Effect Veiler on your opponent's turn. So Double Evolution Pool is super good, super good. And then for the 1-0 spells, we play 1 Regeki. Super good for board wipes. Monster Reborn because it's off the ban list and it's broke. And then Foolish Burial. Not a lot to say about these cards. They're all super powerful in their own right. Sending Overtext Codals to the grave or any other target that we really need. Also Shaddoll monsters. And then we got Monster Reborn and Regeki. They're just really good. And then we got 2 Cosmic Cyclone. And they are for the Pendulum and just back row removal. So that we're not like running into pesky traps that will just absolutely ruin our day. And then 2 Scapegoats. This is for link plays and defense. The deck needs defense. Oddly enough, if your opponent gets over your board, you're kind of hopeless. So this also has really good synergy with Wunda, considering we only special summon once during our opponent's turn. This counts as only 1 special summon, so this can be really cool. And if there's like a Conductor Tyranno that was summoned out and I use it to destroy the window to flip all their cards face down, I can then play Scapegoats out and then start making link plays. So Scapegoats is super strong in this deck. Really like it a lot. And then onto the traps, we only play 4. 3 of the most broken and probably expensive trap in the game, evenly matched. It's just because this card just wins. If you're playing against a Pendulum player and they do not have a way to stop this card, they've lost the game. And it evens the playing field and also makes going second possibly extremely very good, depending on if they get rid of their extract monster and makes Shaddoll Fusion a little less good. But even if that's the case, usually the advantage that they lose off this card is definitely better than having to play through whatever they made on their board. So, yeah. And then, last but not least, 1 Solemn Judgment. 1, because it came off the list, and 2, because this card protects your board. If you draw like this, Wunda and Conductor Tyranno, I would probably say it's time to wrap up the game. You pretty much win the game after that. So, yeah, this card's super good, super strong. I really like it a lot. On to the extra deck. We play 2 El Shaddoll Wunda. Super good. Only allows each players to be special summoned once per turn and then can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects. And then we play 1 El Shaddoll Shekinaga. Negates the effect of special summon monsters by sending a Shaddoll card from your hand to the graveyard. But yeah, the special summon effect negation's not all that great. We mainly use this card to either protect our plays momentarily or to help make Gustav Max, which I'll explain in a second. And then El Shaddoll Grista, partially for the combo, partially for Pendulums. And then on to the Link monsters, we play Skuldred. This card's extremely good, especially with Scapegoats. I love this card a lot. Definitely play it if you can. Deco Talker. I don't have my Borreload Dragon. I know that's kind of bad, so this is kind of my replacement for Borreload for right now. But Borreload would definitely be here instead of Deco Talker. But Deco Talker is not too bad of a card to have in its place. It can help push, and it can also prevent cards that would target. And then we have 1 Mrs. Radiant, and then 2 Link Spider. This is for the scapegoat play, we can turn 2 tokens into Mrs. Radiant, then 2 into Link Spider, and then we only need to like normal summon Overraptor to make Skulldread, or we can make Decode Talker, or any combination of other cards. So super good. And then onto Arc Seeds, we play 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. This card is insane. So basically, if you haven't finished off your opponent and you've got somehow made like Shekinaga and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, you can just make this and kill them. So awesome. And then we play Dolkalagia. Not a lot to say about these cards. You play dinosaurs, and it just really fits to have one of each of these cards in here, depending on the matchup and depending on what you're going against. 1 Baguska, because it's absolutely oppressive and really good. And then we got the last succeed monster being Tornado Dragon. Tornado Dragon's just, again, really good at clearing and getting rid of those pesky back row cards that are just super annoying and probably going to hinder us from winning game. And the last monster card we play is Cypher and Lord Omega. For the reason I explained before with a Miscellaneous Source combo and Grista, Omega can be really good and really powerful in this deck, and we really like this card a lot. So that pretty much wraps it up for my Shaddoll Dinosaur deck, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this deck profile down below. Let me know if you have any advice for future videos that I can make, things that you want to see. I know that set 3 is going to be coming out for Dragon Ball Super, so look forward to that shortly. And I am going to be doing a lot more openings on the channel. And Team Takeover and I think we're investing at least in a case. And then my wife and I are going to be getting some structure decks. So we'll be doing openings for Dragon Ball Super and Flames of Destruction when that comes out here in a couple months. So stay tuned for more content this week, especially this Friday with the upcoming Super Tournament. And this is Marcus from Team Takeover, signing off.